Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me today to this new episode of Music with Nick. Today we got a request by Scott Anderson. Thank you so much. I actually made a little video for you and all the bass players on the channel, which I'm going to release, I think, after this. And yeah, because we got some great jazz fusion coming in here, as you can see in the title. I think it's called, the name is pronounced Jan AKKERMAN, because I remember when we did, what was it? Mahavishnu Orchestra, I would always say Jan. I know it's another Jan, but I know now that it's Jan. So it's Jan AKKERMAN. So let me see here real quick, because Scott sent me an email. So let's open it up. So we have Jan AKKERMAN from 1977, the self-titled album. And thank you so much. This is a Warner Brothers recording, so this is not going to get copyright claimed, or at least it's not going to get blocked or anything. But let me read a little bit of information here from Scott that he provided us with. So it says here, I'm struggling to keep up with all the great reactions you're putting out. Super busy, and so some personal stuff that I don't want to, get too much into. But it says here that these reactions have been kind of like restarted the passion to play the bass again. So that is amazing. That is literally like, okay, mission complete, So it says, I'm back. Let's see. So he's back at playing. And it also says here that he loves the channel. Thank you so much. And it says here, but there's definitely been a deficit of good jazz fusion as of late, and that is true. Yeah, we have done a little bit less jazz fusion. It says, I want to remedy that with a request by Jan AKKERMAN. And then you have heard him before, mostly from the band Focus, and I remember I just pulled it up, that song Hocus Pocus. He's a very talented guitar player, and I would say his best work has been in jazz fusion. This is an early album of his. I love the cover on it, and I think you'll like it too. The song, I was saving the song for a marathon, but putting it on now. Thank you. Thank you so much. I think, when it's jazz fusion, those are better in these types of videos, like solo videos, because it gets kind of lost when people watch a marathon. They kind of like tend to skip over songs because it's a very long video. So I think this is perfect. Now, when it's all like super hits, it's more likely that people are going to watch the entire thing. But with something like this, it's like, oh, people that don't listen to jazz fusion are most likely to click on this video for some reason. Now, something that I saw would just make me laugh at, because we did the Talk Holdsworth to me, the t-shirts, and he says Talk Holdsworth AKKERMAN to me. I remember AKKERMAN, and it says your friend in fusion, Scott Anderson. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I remember Jan playing these amazing sweeps, in that Focus, and I was like, wow, who was sweeping at that time? Not many guitar players. So that was already that caught my attention, and his runs are very legato, very ahead of its time, when a lot of people were still picking all the notes. Some people were playing fusion lines by sax players and trumpet players, and you don't pick those lines because then it doesn't really sound that fluid. So without further ado, let's get into the song. I have it pulled up right here. Again, thank you, Scott, so much for sponsoring this video. I appreciate it, especially music like this. Oh my god, look at this. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? All the Yes albums, and then those two, that red guitar. And you can't really see right now because this is Alexia's decoration for Christmas. In this room, there's nothing going on. In the house, we have, there's a little tree, you can't see it, but this is like not even, you don't feel a Christmas spirit in this room, but if you would see the house, oh wow. All right, so the song is called Streetwalker. I think it's Jan Ackerman, 1977. Here we go, and enjoy. 7 minutes of fusion. That's what we need. Here we go. Oh, wow. Starting off amazing. Ooh. Wow. I'm loving it. This is right up my alley. Music, man. Wow. Those sweeps. Wow, the orchestration in the back. Wow, this is all... This is so good. Sounds very funky, but at the same time jazzy and oh Lord, man. everything. It's so good. Wow, my god, this is going on my list. What a great track. From start to finish, I mean, the bass, just funky. It had that 70s, you know, that vibe that reminds me, like, a lot of times when I hear music, like, you know, theme music like Shaft or music like Barry White, it had that flair, that it has that funk, but it has that kind of like 70s orchestration in the back. And oh man, the guitar playing, I mean, the drums, the bass, everything that was happening is so beautiful. But the playing, I love how he made it very staccato. So I was completely wrong about the legato, because legato sounds so different. This was very, very like intentional, you know, the picking. Every time when he was picking, the notes sounded very like pinched, and that it's a lot of accent, you know, it's a lot of intention. And it's good to know staccato, and it's good to know legato. It's good to know everything, you know, your picking, your alternate picking, your hybrid picking, all that stuff. But this guy's, I mean, his lines were so very, very friendly to the ear, but very still complex, you know. There's, so he's from Amsterdam. He is um right now he's 77 years old. And I mean, what a career. It says here that he beat, in 1973, he was voted best guitar player, beating John McLaughlin, Jimmy Page, Richie Blackmore. That's a big, you know, those are some, that's cool, because I mean, those guys are so good, very famous. But this guy, I mean, John McLaughlin is also a jazz fusion player. Jimmy Page and Richie Blackmore are more rock players. They don't get into those kind of like territories, but they're great players nevertheless, very great composers. I mean, we're talking about Jimmy Page, Richie Blackmore, one of the two most creative guys in rock, you know. So that's kind of amazing that he like beat them. And then John McLaughlin, that's a monster. But I loved here that this you know, Jan was not trying to like impersonate McLaughlin or Aldi Meola, you know, doing the Latin thing. He did his own thing, and I like that he did his own, you know, kind of like funk fusion, you know. And now he placed in third a year later, after Eric Clapton, who got number 1. Steve Howe got number 2. Placed in the polls. And then with manufacturer Framus, he helped produce one of the first signature guitar models. This is so cool. Also, AKKERMAN was a session musician for Andre Hayes. He worked with Alan Price, Herman Brood, Peter Banks, Jack Bruce, Charlie Bird, Phil Collins, Paco de Lucia, Ice-T, and BB King. I mean, those are some names, man. This was really, really good. I love it. Very different, from the jazz fusion that I listen to, but very, very welcome because it is. I'm always looking for new stuff. This was awesome. This guy has amazing chops, and I love that he played what we were talking about, the arpeggios, the sweep picking right off the bat, like started and very melodically, and it's there's a lot of accent and in his playing, very staccato, but without sounding like other people. Because a very famous staccato player would be Aldi Meola, and he was doing kind of like the pinch notes. He was kind of like, I don't know, very original, very, very cool. I loved it. I loved that it was long. But yeah, stuff like this in a marathon. I mean, of course, if we do a jazz fusion marathon, people would, of course. But again, sometimes with marathons, it's kind of weird because I look at the marathons on the channel and they're kind of like forgotten. People just don't watch them because they're too long. They watch them at the beginning, and then it depends on what people, what subscribers are looking. But I think YouTube doesn't really recommend these marathons. So I have to figure out a way, maybe if I change the title to the marathons, that they're put back into the algorithm. I mean, I think, let me know if marathons still show up for you. Maybe since I haven't been doing them for a couple of months, but I will be doing them very, very soon, because it's just so much fun. It's honestly a lot of fun, and I miss doing it, and I think it's time to go back. And you guys had a blast, like putting them together. I think, theme them, and I think it's just like this whole thing of putting 5 songs together, and then putting it out there, and I loved it. So we should continue doing it. So, but yeah, other than that, this was amazing. The song, this tune, because you can't really call it a song because there's no singing, but this tune was very, very good. I loved it, and I can't wait to hear more. I'm definitely going to be listening to this in my spare time, but what a player, what a great. Let me just like look at one thing here. I wanted to pull it up. I think there's no real information on this album. It says here, there is some like his discography, which started in '68, but this album you can click on it on Wikipedia. So I wanted to see what players were on here. But yeah, this is considered progressive rock, blues, and jazz fusion. And it's always like this fine line between prog, rock, and jazz fusion. It's very similar, So yeah, we can't really see who was on this album, but I love that this is Warner Brothers, because it's not going to get taken down or blocked or all that. I think Warner Brothers are the best, man, when it comes to music. With their movie stuff, I guess it's a little harder. All the stuff they own, but with music, I think they're more, I don't know, more understanding when it comes to doing reaction videos. But this was wonderful. Scott, thank you so much. I wish you nothing but the best on your bass journey, on your music journey. I made a video for you to remember that. I'll put it up after this video. So I'm gonna edit this video, record, put the other video at the end of this video when you like click next, so you can see there's a little tribute video that I did for the bass players on the channel. I only know 3. So guys, if you play bass, let me know, and you're gonna love that video that I recorded for you guys. It's a little bit of a surprise. I don't want to spoil it in this video, but yeah, just check out the next video, and I hope you enjoy. So for now, thank you so much again, Scott, and thank you for all the support you have given the channel, and for being a Dan member and all that good stuff. And we got some good surprises this month for the full albums. It's going to be really, really good. So again, Thank you so much. If you're new to the channel and you somehow stumbled on this video and you like Jan Akkerman or Jazz Fusion, please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, leave a comment, whatever you like. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all in the next one.